Yes, sir. Back again with another episode of Roll Call. You know who it is. Jay Starks, aka the One Wheel Wing Baby, your friendly neighborhood one wheeler. And this episode is gonna be about something special, something that people have been talking a lot about. Actually, what you're witnessing right now is me being on the bus back when I used to take the bus from DC to New York all the time, to ride up there, to do events, to have concerts and different rides and such. So you can see it was a crammed ride for like 4 hours. I had this one wheel in between my legs, and we make it work. But let's get into it, yo. Let's get into it. Let's start with our first guest.
So, I have made many trips to New York City, and a lot of new laws have been passed regarding PEVs in New York City. They already had crazy laws for bikes and stuff. I mean, because in DC, we ride bikes on the sidewalk, no biggie. I mean, we shouldn't, but we do. But in New York, I know that it's outlawed. You get actually fined if you get caught doing that, or so I've been told. So I have a guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself and share a little bit about himself, and then we're gonna talk about the laws. So go for it, bro. Introduce yourself. Tell us your name and how long you've been one wheeling.
Cool. Yeah. Mufti from Jersey City, New Jersey. Mufti Ahmed from Jersey City, New Jersey. Been one wheeling actually since November of 2021. I started with the Pint X. I'm a little bit of a noob, but really excited. Shortly after, I got the XR after a couple of weeks of riding the Pint X.
Right. Word. So what are we seeing right now?
This is the XR. So after riding the Pint X for a couple of weeks, I really watched a lot of videos. I watched your videos as well, which thank you for sharing so much content and perspectives. So I was working on the XR to revamp and change the foot pads, change the tire, change the bumpers.
Wearing a beekeeper's suit.
Yeah, so that's that's just a little comedy action there because I am a beekeeper, so I wanted to just send a few pics to my buddies of what I've been working on because I'm getting ready for the upcoming beekeeping season. It's already March, and which is going to be swarm season coming up. So I got my hands full with work, beekeeping, riding the one wheel, a couple different hobbies all together at the same time.
Word, yo. So yeah, swarm season is upon us for sure in GT world. They're about to be swarming the streets. I'm excited to see what people do and just to see the stoke spreading. But the XR will always be my first love. It'll never get old. Look at that XR, gorgeous, nice.
Yeah.
So you're from New Jersey. I'm sure you spent time riding in New York though.
Yes.
As we saw the clips, more video of you working on stuff. I like the shading that you got there. Did you do that in what, Photoshop or?
No, all on my cell phone.
Okay, cool.
So
okay.
I got an old cell phone. It's a Samsung Note number 4. I like the stylus, so I do some marking up.
Nice.
Editing.
Okay. Now, where are you headed in this video, and where are you located?
I'm located here on the Hudson River waterfront side in Jersey City. This is really nearby the Exchange Place area of downtown Jersey City.
Okay.
It's obviously, you could see across its lower Manhattan, that's the World Trade Center. And while I was riding here, I mean, I was fighting the wind because the wind on the waterfront over here.
I can only imagine. Right. Yeah. Okay. Heck yeah.
So you feel pushback on the XR or the one wheels, but there's real pushback with the wind.
Right. That dead stop you in your place. Wind is, I mean, that is why as humans we worked on making things aerodynamic. I mean, because in the beginning they were probably like, whoa, like the wind is a big deal. So they changed things. That's cool, man. It gets that way sometimes when I'm out riding at the monument. When people saw the shredder video on the Onewheel YouTube channel, I ran into some heavy wind. So yeah, that's cool. It's fun. It's fun
Yeah,
almost getting knocked off your board, but then it can be kind of sketchy too, depending on where you are. But man,
yeah,
what a view, man. That's
yeah.
such a
That's
gorgeous view.
You're right. So down south right here, that's the Statue of Liberty. You can't see it, it's kind of small, but that's the Statue of Liberty.
Uh-huh.
Of course, here going back to Lower Manhattan, that's Midtown Manhattan, and then straight up to my north right here. This is straight up ahead is Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay. All right. Now this is generally where I'm showing you is where pretty much really close to where I get off the bus stop at. Kind
Mhm.
of go riding at in New York City. So let's
I'm
jump
familiar.
into it. Are you
Yeah.
familiar? Have you heard any of the rumors? Like have any of riders told you about boards getting confiscated by police officers?
Confiscated? No. But I have run into a couple of riders and yeah, they have ridden in New York City. I've ridden in Manhattan as well myself. So when you jump into the subway station, you always hear the automated attendant saying on the loudspeaker, no electric scooters, no bicycles, yeah, of that sort allowed on the trains. But
Whoa.
they're not
Uh-huh.
so strict. I mean, I've brought my XR with and without my book bag. So I have a bag that I carry it with because I
Mm-hmm.
need to walk up 10 flights of stairs, up and down 10 flights of stairs with the XR.
Jesus. Uh-huh.
So it gets heavy. I
Uh-huh.
don't have an elevator at home, but I've taken it into Manhattan. I've pretty much ridden in the lower part of Manhattan by the West Village.
Heck yeah. Dang. So they don't allow one wheels on the trains. Well, at least it's prohibited. They don't enforce it, but technically you could get in trouble for just having your board on the train.
Yeah, I assume so, but they don't, there's no one that ever, I mean, stopped me. Even actually, that first picture that you showed of the XR, of my XR, that was from the first day I bought it pre-owned from the guy in Manhattan. And obviously, I needed to come back to Jersey. So I went into the PATH station, the subway station, three Port Authority police officers there, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Use the other subway station. This one's temporary closed at the time. They didn't
Right.
care that I had
Huh.
an XR.
That is cool. That's good to know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This whole episode we're talking about, you know, the suppression pretty much of PVs because there are places where I mean, when I've tried to ride the MARC train at times, I've come across certain conductors who are like, "Yo, you can't bring that on board."
Mm.
Obviously, you can't take the one wheel on the XR on planes, sometimes, but yeah, so I was just maybe I'll throw that chart in there where I don't know if you've seen it, but it was just basically a lot of controversy floating around about this chart that had been created talking about which type of vehicles were allowed and which
Yep.
vehicles were banned. I
Hmm.
don't know if you had seen it. Had you seen that chart that
I
I
th-
mentioned?
I think I know which one you're talking about because that's on the NewYorkCity.gov website, and it talks about the different classifications, maybe
Yeah.
of different e-bikes, and maybe the class, maybe C, B, and A, that type of scenario, and how fast they go, and if you need a license, if you need a helmet, if you need this and that, where you can ride.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this since we're coming close to the end. What are your thoughts on laws around PEVs? Should they be restricted? Should they not? I mean, if you could, govern this, how would you facilitate it?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a loaded topic because there's so many different types of PEVs. I mean, you got the electric e-bikes,
Uh-huh.
which can be scary. I mean, I'm a driver of a car as well, and I actually live in a congested area, and it's sometimes scary if they just come out of nowhere, and it can be interesting to drive when you come to an intersection and you have to decide there's a bicycle e-bike coming, there's a jogger, there's a person on an e-scooter, there's a person walking a stroller, there's a person using a one wheel. You have to do a lot of calculations all at once in your head. So it's going to be an interesting scenario of the government if they get involved of regulating PEVs.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I'll have that chart up and displayed. Yeah, that is true. And then like you saw me in the video earlier. In this very video, I ran a red light, and then drivers run red lights. If I
True.
run a red light and I hit someone, I'm probably not going to kill them. Unlike a car that runs a red light may kill someone, but that doesn't
Yeah,
make it less serious. And that proves your
correct.
point, about the idea of like things can get really hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang, man.
So I am a little concerned about that, and I do think about if they made this board super fast. What
The
I've noticed,
GT?
because yeah,
Uh-huh,
well, the
uh-huh,
GT, or if they ever made the XR super fast, but
uh-huh,
obviously they stopped building that.
uh-huh.
But I get concerned if folks don't read the actual manual. I think there's an acronym out there about reading the manual.
Uh-huh.
um, and it's really important to respect the board, learn the limitations, and actually practice before. I mean, this is just my opinion. I need all my body parts and I need to be intact to actually take care of family.
Right.
I just can't be reckless. So I actually read the manual beginning to end,
No, I
and I
respect that. No,
practice.
I mentioned that in one of my videos before. People don't read the manual and then they wonder why things shut off or don't work in the way they think it's supposed to work.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good point, dude. Yeah, we're gonna jump off the call. We can chat for a second, but once
Sure. Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
thanks for having me, and I mean, thanks for joining me. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining
Thanks,
me.
Kirk. Yeah.
And yeah, man, sharing your perspective as a rider based in the New York, New Jersey area, because a lot of people had questions about what was gonna go down, myself included. And it's good to know. So yeah, man. And then you mentioned that you were gonna be in DC, what was on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know exactly where I will be, but I'm guessing we will have a St. Patty's Day group ride.
Mhm.
And obviously you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be there in July as well because I'm driving back from a work event from South Carolina, all the way up, and I'm going to stop. I need to rest. It's a 13, 12-hour drive, so I'm going to be stopping off in DC
Okay. All
in
right.
like 20 years.
We'll figure something out, man. I'm gonna stop the call, but yeah, thanks again for joining me, man, and thanks for sharing your experience and your information on the subject.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, that was cool, man. It was good to chat with him and see his perspective as a rider based in the New Jersey, New York area. They got those crazy laws because that's new to many Americans. But what about in other places where laws are more severe? Wait, got another call coming in. We got another call. Let me click over. Hold on.
Yo, I'm here with Vince Vaughn. Got Vince Vaughn on the line from the
What's
Netherlands.
up, guys?
Are you really from the Netherlands?
Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands.
Okay, because I know people ask, they see your name on leaderboard and they're like, is he really there? So you're really in the Netherlands. All right, cool. And this whole episode, like I mentioned before, is about the laws surrounding PEVs. So I wanted to get my man Vince Vaughn on the line who rides Onewheel and has crazy miles in a place where Onewheels aren't even legal. Tell us about yourself. Give us a quick rundown about yourself and your experience with Onewheel, bro.
Yeah. So I'm Vince Vaughn. I ride the Onewheel since 2018. And yeah, like you said, here in the Netherlands, basically all like small PEVs are illegal. They're not allowed on the public roads. And yeah, how do you say it?
Yeah, that's crazy. That sucks. That's what I would say. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks,
it
man.
sucks. It really sucks. But I'm very lucky that I still have my Onewheel because there are a lot of people who got their Onewheel or other device confiscated by the police or got a fine. But
how much is the fine, Vince?
The fine, yeah, it really varies, and that's also kind of the point. That is, how can something where the police stop you for vary so much, even in the fines, or if they confiscate it, it's just you never know what's what, and it ain't supposed to be like that. To do everything is supposed to be equal, you know.
Right. Yeah, that sounds pretty shady. Usually, it's just a set amount that they charge you. You know how much, like $500 per se in America.
Yeah, but
they
sometimes
just
the way they charge you for the fine, that's a different code for the yeah.
Dang. But you've been riding all this time. You're a rebel. You just ride anyway.
Yeah, it's just about the mindset, you know. If you just be careful in the traffic and don't pull out crazy things on the road, you know, and just follow the normal traffic laws, like stopping for the red lights and going on the bicycle path, I feel like it's still doable. And yeah, you just have to be careful and really know what you have to say when a cop pulls you over, and have a conversation with him about everything what's going on, where we are now, and then I also explain them that we with Hector and Peter, who made the petition here in the Netherlands for making all PEVs and Onewheel legal. Explaining them that we with those people are already in contact with the people in Congress as of sort, or our government, but it's taking so long with the new regulations that they planning to come up with, and basically now after the 3 years they have new regulations, but they say it's new, but basically it ain't that much different, and there's still still nothing really concrete for the small PEVs, and they really want to have all the PEVs tested, like how they bring a car on the road, you know, that every bolt and brake and light needs to be accounted for, and up to a certain standard, but because the wheels, for instance, are too small, they don't like it, or you know, it's really nitpicking, in my opinion.
Do you think that it's like a money grab?
Where they are allowed, accidents happen everywhere, you know, but with it's not like there happen more accidents on PEVs than really on bicycles. Or, I mean, if you get hit by a truck, it doesn't matter if you're walking on a bicycle or e-scooter or a Onewheel.
Right.
It hurts pretty bad, you know. But that's the risk you just take, or you have to stay inside, you know. Right. But if you just be careful and anticipate on the others in traffic, yeah, I don't see the point why you shouldn't allow things like this.
Right. Oh my God. Oh, you taking these risks in this video alongside that water. But yeah, no, you're right, man. What ride is this? I stole this video from your YouTube channel. Was it your YouTube or your Instagram?
I think it was my YouTube video.
Okay, yeah, but tell us about this ride, bro. What are we watching right now?
Yeah, it was the one of the longest rides we did, I think.
Yeah, I see you got the CNR. You got a charging ride set up.
Yeah.
How much range you get?
Not everyone on the ride had a extra battery or fast charger. Okay, but with everyone bringing something, and we then charged at the car charging stations. We have a special adapter for it, and we just have an what is it? And we can just pay for the energy, you know.
Oh, that's cool. Power. That's cool.
But even though it's car charger, and if we charge with like 15 Onewheels, it's still like only €1 something.
Really?
It's basically only the starting tariff for powering the thing on, you know, because even with 15 Onewheels, the amount of kilowatts you pull are so little that it don't even really register it, you know.
Right, you
so
would
that's
think that.
pretty funny. Hey, here it is, the charge we were. And we even had food delivered to the charger, you know.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because across the charger there was just an industrial building, and we just gave them that address with the charging station, and the food just came right to us there.
That is crazy, man. Y'all look
because
like y'all had fun.
It was in the middle of the summer too, and the weather was so nice, and it was really cool, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, man. I'll put a link to that YouTube video in the description for this video so people can check out the whole thing, because that wasn't even the whole thing. There was just and you have so much more stuff on your page, and you sell wheels and you sell parts, and I mean, give us a rundown. Who is Vince Vaughn? What all do you do, man? Do you do repairs too out there in the Netherlands?
Yeah, I do a bunch of repairs, not all. Not soldering work, but if you need that done, I know someone in Amsterdam who is really good with it, and who has helped me fixing my controller too.
Nice.
With the pins that came loose, you know.
I literally just fixed mine last night. Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah,
crazy.
So yeah, that's basically it. But installing batteries, changing tires, bearings, basically anything else.
And you have a website for this? This is vincevaughn.com. What's the website name?
It's vincevaughn.nl.
Okay, I'll put it on the screen right now when they watch it. That's dope, man. Yo, you do a lot, and you're a good dude. I remember we first crossed paths back when they were doing the other podcast. The
Voice of Onewheel.
Yeah, Voice of Onewheel. Yeah, that was cool, man.
Definitely.
Dang, man. I could not imagine riding and being worried about my board just being confiscated randomly.
Especially the thing where I'm most worried about was really and still am is losing the controller, you know.
Right. Because all your
work,
your mileage,
that is where your all the miles are on and stored, and what's connected to the leaderboard. So that's always in the back of my head. And when you're riding, you always have to really look in front of you and look over your shoulder if you don't see any cops, you know.
Right.
But it's not like every cop pulls you over, but you just have to. You just have to ride and be normal and act like everything is fine, you know. If you put out that energy, at least so far it's worked for me. And I've been stopped loads of times, but luckily with conversation, then I got away every time.
Nice, dude. Man. Yeah, no, I hope it keeps going that way for you, man. You would think with what you said.
I always show it to the police too. They're like, I've done this many miles, and this thing cost this much money. You know.
Okay.
It isn't like a really cheap toy thing. What they might think, you know, or
right.
And yeah, I think that really helps. And I mostly always have the little flyer with me too for the petition we are on. And
smart man.
And even sometimes a head of the police on his bike from a province of ours, he pulled me over, and even he said he got all my information, my name, my email, my number, and he was really convinced at that point it really wasn't allowed. And at that point, I was like, no, because the loophole is kinda every motor vehicle, or
motorized,
motorized vehicle, has how it's defined in every law, how it's stated, has more than two wheels or more.
Ooh.
And a Onewheel has one wheel.
Right. Nice. It's like, so it doesn't fit in those categories.
That's one of the things. And a lot of where the one wheels are confiscated from people. Sometimes with the lawyer and if you fight it, then you can get it back,
Mm-hmm.
And then is the only point. What they say is that you have to be insured, but it's really hard. You can't get an insurance
For one wheel.
for the one wheel, because it's kind of a loophole, because they want you to be insured, like for an accident, but we want, like if you are on an electric bike, class 1, or or a normal bike, normal acoustic bike, you have an insurance that covers if you make an accident,
Right.
or if you walking, then
Pedestrian, yeah.
that's just the base liability insurance.
Right.
And we from the petition really want that, just like with a normal bike or a class 1, it's just covered on your liability, and not extra insurance for the vehicle itself,
Right.
And both of those, we can get a liability insurance, but not one that covers the one wheel, So it's really really hard. And as soon as the government would say, it's okay, and you only have to have an insurance, then the insurance companies would love to give us an insurance,
Right.
But it's just so stupid that how it goes up to now,
Yeah, man.
So slow, and
3 years is a long time for something so small, like
for still no real
for
progress,
nothing. Yeah, while they're still confiscating,
and so many questions we sent through emails to every possible governmental instance that has anything to do with all these things. The responses are always so late, and we don't get all the information they're supposed to give us, and it's just really stupid.
Wow. Yeah. When you said 15 one wheels charged on one carport and it barely used enough energy that would have cost it, just to start it up. With something like that, you would think the government would be encouraging people to use vehicles like that to help save the environment.
No, the government wants money, right?
That's exactly.
Why the gas price is so high.
You're right. So gas prices are up there too, and in the Netherlands right now.
In the Netherlands, it's over $10 a gallon equivalent.
Wow! Oh my gosh! So
that's the same in Germany. That's the same in France. It's the same in Spain.
That's crazy. That's good to know. Yeah, man. I've saved so much money riding one wheel.
Crazy. Yeah, if you ride the one wheel, you save so much right now.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. We don't have a whole lot of time left, but yo, man, that is crazy. Dang, man, you're going through a lot. If you could, is there any way that people can help or find more information about what's going on in the Netherlands or PV, or you have any suggestions that people should do in their own places?
Everybody, if you want the latest news and updates, you can follow at legalrijden.nl.
Okay.
Or go to the same website, basically.
Okay, yeah, send me the...
I can send it to you.
And I'll post it in the video, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, Vince. Dang, man.
Yeah, and it's all in Dutch, though, but yeah.
Word. Okay, and then your store, you have merch? Do you have your own Vince Vaughn stuff? Is there a way people can support you?
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't found the right hoodie yet.
Okay, give it time, man. Give it time, man.
Because when I do launch something, I want it to be good. You know, I want it to be nice quality and not something to give out and that doesn't fit nice or shrinks after a few times or whatever.
No, I agree, man. I agree, man. Damn. All right, well, you want to sign us out? Anything you want to say to the people?
Well, float on, guys.
Hey, word, yo. Vince, thank you so much for being part of the show. I'll make sure I put links to your Instagram. I'll put links to your website. I'll put links to all that good stuff. Yeah, no doubt, man. And I gotta make it out to the Netherlands sometime to ride, or you gotta come out to the States if you're ever out here. You know,
yeah, man. That would be so awesome.
Heck
definitely, be awesome to ride there over in the States.
Heck yeah, bro. All right, man. Thank you for making time for this call. I know you're busy, man. Let's chop it up soon, bro.
All right, brother.
Okay, cool.